Hi, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be talking about the brand new Guerlain Majestic Feather Collection. I picked up several pieces of the new collection. I will be using those today to create this full face of Guerlain. So if you're curious to hear my thoughts on this brand new collection and see how I created this look, keep watching. I am so excited to play with this brand new Guerlain collection. It looks absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I cannot wait to dig in. But before we do that, I am going to use a little bit of Guerlain skincare. About 2 months ago, Guerlain gifted me some of their reformulated skincare. I have been using it. I absolutely love it. I've never used it on the channel. I have used it over on Instagram, and I have been using it in my daily skincare routine. So I thought I would go ahead and share with you everything that they sent over and show you guys how I have been using it. So the first thing that they sent over was the Double R Renew and Repair Eye Serum. I really like it. I squeeze just one pump out, so it's a cream and like a gel, and I'm just going to use that around my eyes. It feels really nice. That cream mixed with like more of that liquid really just melts into my skin. And I've been using this as my daytime eye serum. Next is the Reformulated Youth Watery Oil. Now I have used the original version and I really don't notice much of a difference, but it comes in like a little dropper. I just take half a pump out. I kind of mix it with my hands because there are these little beads in there that I want to break up. And then I just apply it all over my face. It smells so good and it does feel really nice. Some people do use this product as a primer. I use it as a serum. Because my skin is just a little bit more on the oily side, I use it as a serum. I let it sink into my skin fully before I put any of my makeup on. And I did forget to mention, before you use it, you do need to shake it up because you've got all these little pearls in there. And after a while, they settle down to the bottom, if you can see. So I just shake it up real good before applying it. And the last product I'm going to be using today is their Day Cream. This is really nice. It smells so good. It smells very luxurious. So there's the consistency. It's not a really thin moisturizer, but it's not extra thick either. So I can definitely use it during the day. And honestly, the smell, it just smells luxurious. It really does. It smells expensive. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and let my skincare all sit down while I show you guys this new collection from Guerlain. So this is the Majestic Feathers collection. There were 2 eyeshadows, a new meteorites, a few lipsticks, a few lipstick cases, and a bronzer. I picked up both eyeshadow quads, the meteorites, picked up one of the lipstick cases. I did not pick up one of the new lipsticks. I picked up more of a kind of pinky nude lipstick that I thought I would get more wear out of. And I did pick up the bronzer. So I am going to be doing a full face of Guerlain today using all of these new products and incorporating in some of my favorites. So I'm going to start with the eyeshadows. So this is Birdie Beige. I think it looks so pretty. It has a 6-month shelf life and it is made in France. Now I have several of the Guerlain eyeshadows. I think that the formula is really nice. So here is a black matte. This is like a light taupe satin that is gorgeous. There's a dark brown matte, and last is a light brown matte. I think that this color story just looks beautiful. This is the one that I'm going to use first. So in this look that I create today, I am going to be using this Birdie Beige palette. I am going out later tonight, so I don't want to use both eyeshadows at the same time, but I will film another little quick video using that second quad and incorporate it into this video. That second quad is Emerald Feather. It's a beautiful green quad and I really am excited to use it. The only thing is this top shade, this gold. It almost looks like a yellow dandelion kind of gold. So I will start by swatching that. And then I'll go to this matte green. And then at the bottom, kind of looks like a bronzy shade. And then last is kind of like an olive green. So that is Emerald Feathers. Again, I think it's going to be very, very beautiful on the eye. There's also a new bronzer. This is in shade Peacock. This gold shade right there is an overspray, so that is going to come off. And underneath there, it's a beautiful kind of like pink shade. So I think that this is going to be very, very pretty once applied. Now, I did not get out any other Guerlain bronzers to do swatch comparisons with. If you are interested in me swatching all of the Guerlain bronzers that I have and comparing it to this one, or maybe any other bronzers that you might want to see, let me know down below and I can do that. I just did not want this video to be too long. I have swatched all of my Guerlain bronzers in other videos. I want to say I have about 10 to 12 Guerlain bronzers. Most of them are the same shade. This is probably shade number 3, medium. I mean, it's pretty much what they use every single time, but there are just a slight difference in each one that they do. So if you are interested in that, I will swatch it for you. But I think that this is probably going to be something that's similar to what I already have in my collection, but I couldn't resist how beautiful it was, and I'm just a sucker for the Guerlain bronzers. I really, really am. So I will go ahead and swatch it, and I'm just gonna kind of rub my finger across all of the different shades. Yeah, that looks a little bit peachier than any of the other bronzers that I have, and that might be because of that peach shade there. So this might actually look a little bit different than some of the others that I have. And the product that I was most excited for are these meteorites. You guys, this packaging is just stunning. This is in shade Phoenix, and this is a fabric. So it's very, very soft to the touch. And then when you take the lid off, you do have a little puff. Mine is dirty, and you are going to see why in just a second. Underneath the puff, there is like a little sponge. And then when you take the sponge off, there are the meteorites. And at the very bottom, there is a lot of powder. I have several meteorites in my collection, and none of them have that much powder at the bottom. So I feel like these really got shaken up during transport. I was really, really excited for these meteorites. My initial thought was with all of these pinks that you could use it as a blush, but I have seen some swatches and I don't think that that is going to be an option. I think that they are going to be pretty light, but I did bring up some of my other meteorites, so I will show you guys those other meteorites that I have when it comes time to use this, but I am very, very excited to use this. And then last is the lipstick. Now there were 3 lipstick cases. I picked up the case in Songbird. I thought that it was just beautiful. I love the Guerlain lipsticks. I love the Guerlain cases. They are always so, so pretty. And there were several new lipsticks that came out with this as well, but I picked up an existing shade. I picked up shade 521, which I think is going to just be beautiful. Yeah, look how beautiful that is. The new shades were all very, very deep, and I did not think that I would get much use out of them. I thought that this shade looked like a shade that I would definitely wear in my everyday makeup looks and one that I would get use out of. All right, that skincare has been setting down and my face feels amazing. I really, really have been impressed with the Guerlain skincare. Now I have tried other lines from Guerlain and never ever been disappointed. So I knew that I was gonna love this line as well, and it honestly did not disappoint. It really, really did not. I've really been enjoying it. I'm going to start my full face of Guerlain with the Pure Gold 24 Karat primer. This is one of my favorite primers. You can see that I'm about halfway done with it. It's one that I use pretty consistently. For foundation today, I'm going to be going in with the Terracotta Latant Glow. This is the newest Guerlain foundation, and I have mine in shade 2N. I really love Guerlain as a brand. I think that they make amazing products. They have a hair care line, which I have been using and really, really been enjoying. They have fragrances, which are just beautiful. I mean, their fragrances are so nice. They have amazing skincare and their makeup is so good as well. I feel like Guerlain doesn't get the coverage, or maybe like they don't advertise as much as other brands, but it is absolutely a luxury brand and one of my absolute favorites. So I reviewed this foundation, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 months ago, and I still have really been enjoying it. I really like the coverage and I really like the finish. So here is the foundation. It is beautiful. I highly recommend any of the Guerlain foundations, honestly, but especially the terracotta ones. I love them both. For concealer, I'm going to go in with the terracotta concealer. You will notice that I have yet another new background. I think that this is probably going to be my filming area for the next 2 months until I figure out where I'm going to go. Once both kids move off to college, I will have to reevaluate where I move. But until then, I think this is where I'm going to be. Now I'm going to go in with the Guerlain loose powder. Again, this is a phenomenal powder. I really like it. And I have shade 2. So I'm just dusting this on with my La Mer powder brush. And honestly, once the kids are out of the house and in college, I don't know how much filming I'm actually going to be doing. I have talked about my career plans before with you guys, and I think that there is going to be a lot of changes come August, and I'm going to be very busy. So I don't know how much filming I'm going to do. I also don't know what the future of my channel is based on my career plans. There's a lot of what ifs and a lot of balls in the air right now, but we'll cross that bridge when I get to it. And until someone tells me to stop, I am going to go forward with a luxury beauty and luxury skincare. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and try out this brand new bronzer. I am going to try and just buff away that overspray because I don't want the gold overspray on my face. And you can see that it immediately just kind of wiped away. Yeah, and you can see that it's a little bit of like a light pink. So I'm going to take my brush and apply it. Now the bronzers do have a scent. It's this terracotta scent. If you've ever smelled any of the other Guerlain bronzers, this one smells just like it. Yeah, I wasn't sure how that was going to apply, but that's really pretty. I really like that. This is going into my makeup bag, and this is definitely going to be a bronzer that I am reaching for a lot. For blush, I'm going to go in with the terracotta blushes, and this is shade Deep Nude. So I just swirled my finger down into the meteorites, and that's the shade. So you can see that it is pretty light. I don't think that I could use it as a blush, so I will use it as a finishing powder. So I have a Chikuhodo F09, which is a really fluffy brush, and so I'm just going to go in and pick up some of the product and just use that as a finishing powder. It's very subtle. It just adds something special to your face. So I wanted to show you guys a few comparisons. So here is the brand new one in Phoenix, and here is a permanent one. This is in shade Amber. Now I use Amber as a bronzer. I think that it is really pretty. You can see just how much deeper Amber is than this Phoenix. And then I also have shade number 2, which is Cool. So you can see that they are a lot different, and I don't think that they would be the same. And the last one I picked up to show you guys is the one that was for holiday of last year, and this one I think is the most similar. So I would be curious to put these on side by side and do a comparison because they do look pretty similar. And I have to tell you that the holiday one is by far my favorite. Of all of the ones that I have, the holiday one was my favorite. It is just beautiful. But right now, this Phoenix I think is also really, really pretty. So I am very curious and will do a side-by-side comparison in a future video. I'm going to take this eyeshadow quad again. This is Birdie Beige, and I am going to start with this light brown matte. Now this color story reminds me of the Guerlain Eyeshadow Quad Imperial Moon. They're definitely different, but upon first glance, that's what it reminds me of. I take a denser brush and go into this deep brown. I picked up way too much product. I'm definitely going to have to blend that eye out. And now I'm going to go into that shimmer shade. I am not going to use the black right now. I went in way too deep with that dark brown shade. So I will use the black in another video, or maybe even over on Instagram. Now I'm going to take a little pencil brush and I'm going to go into that brown shade and take it underneath the eye. This is definitely a deeper look than I was planning for. So just know that the shadows are pretty deep. Here's the finished eye look. I think that that is beautiful. This is probably my favorite Guerlain eyeshadow quad. I really like that. To align my eyes, I did use a Guerlain eyeliner. The Guerlain eyeliners are some of the absolute best. They are easy to apply, they are long lasting, and I just really like them. All right, last but not least is the brand new lipstick that I picked up. Again, this is not a new shade. This is just new to me, but I did pick up the new cases. That is beautiful. Let me know what you guys think. I will now insert the video that I filmed using Emerald Feather so you can see that eye look as well. All right, I'm going to take Emerald Feather and I'm going to start with this matte green. I'm going to take that into the crease. Now last night I wore the Birdie Beige quad. It wore fantastically. Oh my gosh, my eyes looked so good all night long. They really did. I was very impressed with the longevity. I did have my makeup on for quite a while and it definitely held up. So if that color story interests you, I can tell you that the formula is amazing. So I'm just going in very lightly with this light green matte. That's so pretty. It really is like a perfect green crease shade. I'm going to go in with the dark green and use that in the outer corner. That gold, kind of like mustard yellow shade, I just don't know how I'm going to make that work, but I am going to give it a try, you guys. I will try it. Although if I'm being honest, I will probably just be wearing the green and then that like brown shimmer shade. And that's so pretty. So if you like a green look, these two greens right now are perfect. They look so pretty. All right, now I'm going to take a flat, dense brush and go into this kind of like brown shade and take that in the inner half of the eye. Now I will go in with that gold to kind of brighten up the corner, because this brown shade is pretty deep. And there are probably numerous ways in which you could wear these colors. This is just one. I will continue to play with this quad and try out different variations. All right, I'm gonna go in with that yellow, pick up just a little bit, and take it into the corner. I thought that that brown shade would be a little bit lighter than it ended up applying to the eye. So I think maybe next time I might try that brown in the crease. It definitely reminds me of a peacock with the brown, the green, the yellow. I'm going to wipe this brush off and then I'm going to go in with the two greens and place that under the eye as well. I'm going to start up here with the deep green, and I just picked up a little bit and I'll just run that on the bottom of the eye. And now I will go in with the lighter green and take it underneath. Here is the finished eye look using Emerald Feather. Let me know what you guys think. I think it makes a statement. It is definitely a statement eye. This is not a look that I will probably wear to work, but I don't hate it. I do not hate it. I think that it is really pretty. It's just not an everyday look, but I do think that it is absolutely beautiful. So let me know down below, which eye look did you prefer? Did you like Birdie Beige or did you like Emerald Feather? I would love to hear. I think if I had to choose, I would choose the Birdie Beige just because it is a more wearable eye look, something that I will get more use out of. But I definitely love this Emerald Feather. That completes today's video using the brand new Majestic Feather collection. Let me know what you guys think. I think that it is stunning. I think it is beautiful. I am so excited that I was able to pick it up. It kind of like came out of nowhere. I was not expecting it to be released when it was, but I am so glad that I was able to pick it up and review it for you guys. I just think that it is beautiful. So far, I'm impressed with everything. The meteorites are beautiful. I love that extra something that it adds to the face. The bronzer is very beautiful. I really am impressed. The eyeshadows are gorgeous, and I do love that lipstick case. I think it might be my favorite lipstick case yet. But let me know what you guys think. What did you think of this collection from Guerlain? What did you pick up? I'm excited to see. What did you think about today's look? Let me know down below. I would love to hear. I want to thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope everyone is staying safe and healthy, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.